What's up, guys? This is the Vinyl Casket, home to the lamest taste. I'm Nick, your host, as I center myself because I don't know how to do that apparently. We're going to be getting right into this, but first, do me a huge favor check out my YouTube channel at The Vinyl Casket, where you can check out my weekly comic book reviews every single week from my pull list, along with movie videos just like this, trailer reactions, TV show reviews, movie reviews. We do book reviews, manga reviews, all sorts of stuff. We got tier lists on there. I have a lot of ideas of videos that I'm going to be doing as I am able to. You can also check out Manny Reads Comics on YouTube every Tuesday for the weekly roundup, our cool top three bracket show that we do every single week. With that being said, this is my live review for episode 5 of 6 for Disney Plus's MCU Marvel Studios Moon Knight, the show. We are wrapping up this mini series. We have one episode left. Episode 5 premiered April 27th, 2022, with a runtime of 47 minutes, which was just a couple minutes shorter than the last couple. Yeah, it hasn't been 47 minutes since episode 1. So episodes 2, 3, and 4 have all been 50 minutes or more. But it didn't feel like that. So we continue where the mid to end point of last episode took off, with Mark and Steven kind of existing in this mental hospital, but like it's now split in half because like when they're together there's like no one else really around them, and they met this like Egyptian hippo god, but then every once in a while they snap back to sitting in front of their desk of Haro, but now he's Dr. Harrow, and it's like this illusion of him being a doctor to try to simulate that Mark's crazy. And then at one point we have Steven there. They don't believe. It's very strange. You get to see that a couple times. I liked the flow of this episode. It was very chaotic, and there was a lot of back and forth and jumping around and juxtaposition. But the editing, it wasn't boring. You were always kind of moving, like visually moving. Whether it's the two characters chasing after each other, arguing, jumping around, cameras panning left and right and transitioning from scene to scene, and then you're one place and you're another place. It was really, really cinematic, and I keep saying that about this show, but compared to the other shows that have come out, this has been the most cinematic. I think Loki would be right under it, but this like feels like with a high budget, but like a early to mid 2000s adventure movie, similar to Mummy, or some of the Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider, Jumper, all those movies that kind of involved Egyptian like desert areas and like some adventure and stuff. I think it's really interesting. I think it's really well done. And then story wise, it's like this is the most chaotic character they could have picked. Like this is the character that literally the whole show is him battling his own inner demons, and his own inner demons being a split personality that he created as a coping mechanism. And this episode is what really cements that Stephen Grant is a coping mechanism. And we've gotten hints in past episodes that Stephen Grant is a name borrowed from something else, which basically is the MCU's version of Indiana Jones, which I find funny that they can't just use Indiana Jones unless I'm missing a reference and this is like something like that. But like the posters and the commercial and everything were very Indiana Jones like, and I said Stephen Grant. And it might be flying right over my head, right? But very, very reminiscent of Indiana Jones, and I'm pretty sure Disney owns Indiana Jones, right? Because they own Star Wars and they own LucasArts, right? They doesn't Disney own LucasArts or whatever George Lucas's studio was, which also did Indiana Jones. Um, so I don't know why they couldn't just tie that in together because they're basically the same parent company at this point. You know, Disney buys Alien, Alien gets Marvel Comics. You know, Disney buys Star Wars has Marvel Comics now. You know, it just unless I'm missing something, and I could be completely missing something, but um, I liked how we got a lot of origin story, not just like a singular origin story. Basically, all of Mark Spector and the Stephen Grant personality kind of got explained through a very captivating like chase kind of sequence. Um they got to balance the scale so they can get back to the human realm because they got shot, but in order to come back, they need to be balanced so they can enter through this gate of Osiris. So they're trying to like Mark Spector has to be honest about something he's keeping secret. So they are running through this other mental hospital, but like these rooms have different memories in them, and it's explained and shown that like Mark was kind of sort of accidentally responsible for the death of his brother, that caused his mother to go off the rails, that caused his dad to just be a nervous wreck, and not be able to contain his mother from abusing him and beating him and blaming him for everything. It kind of ruined his childhood, which is how Stephen Grant was created as a coping mechanism to drown out the abuse, to prevent him from really being there. Like when he was suffering something, he just kind of left and Steven took over, and Steven wasn't aware of all the things going on around him. So he just kind of existed, all happy, whatever, has all these great memories of life, even though he was being abused and treated like crap and blamed for everything and having a terrible upbringing, eventually leading to him leaving to join the military, then going AWOL, then having to become a mercenary, which ended with him accidentally involved in the killing of his wife's father, that ended up with him almost dying and then meeting Khonshu, creating Moon Knight. So we literally got the entire origin story from childhood to him becoming Moon Knight, and all the trauma and everything that created this split personality, and how he got to Moon Knight. And now they've come to the point where they want Khonshu to be released. They need Khonshu. They're really fighting for their lives there. Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoyed the progression of this episode. It was very psychological at the beginning, very self examinating, bouncing back and forth a lot. It was really good. It was really interesting. It was very different. And I like how we finally got our origin story. I want to know how we got to Stephen Grant at the first episode. Like, how did we get to the point where Stephen had taken over a majority of the time and gotten a job and was living his life with Mark trying to escape at night? Like, how did he go from being married to Stephen taking over for months? But hopefully get that in the last episode. I don't know how they're going to end this. It's going to be crazy. I hope he appears in something else coming up. And that was my live review of episode 5 of Moon Knight, which was titled Asylum, which is a fitting title. Definitely check out my other reviews for episodes 1 through 4 that are all on my YouTube channel at The Vinyl Casket, where you can subscribe, like, and comment for tons of stuff like this. As the MCU shows come out, I will be doing reviews on them episode by episode, just like this, along with doing reviews on all the movies. I will be seeing Doctor Strange soon. I don't know if I plan on seeing Morbius. Maybe when it comes out on DVD. I don't know. I will definitely be seeing what was it? Fantastic Beasts. was it Secret of Dumbledore, the third one, and that's really my plan. I hope to see some stuff. I have a trailer reaction coming out right after this, so stay tuned for that, guys, and have an amazing day. Remember to do me a huge favor and stay lame.